Time's up. Have your own.
Here it comes.
I had to dig in there and find the intro because I removed it from the panel. Like, wait a minute. I know I have an intro for this. I'm going to go find it. Hey, and howdy, everybody. Welcome to Doctor Who Cares Reviews. I know. I thought we were done, too. I thought we were done until the mythical Christmas special next year. But no. A couple of short weeks ago, I caught the news. The war between the land and sea. And then I remembered, shit. We got to cover this. And somewhere, my bestest buddy in the world, Dermy, might be staring down the barrel of something after having watched this. He may or may not join us. If he makes it here, he'll be here. But I am joined by Jed. Hi, Jed. It's as though we never do anything at all together.
Yeah, we rarely see each other, and when we do, we always enjoy our time together, right? We always enjoy reviewing stuff like this. It's the highlight of our lives talking about modern Doctor Who.
God,
I gotta admit, I didn't think we'd be back. I really didn't. I didn't think I'd be watching the show after season 2 ended.
Mhm.
I was fairly certain we weren't going to do it. Nobody cared. We could just let this die in the ether. But
we're bored.
What happened. We're bored, and apparently more people are watching this than Shooty Who. So I guess it's more relevant.
I guess, and I ask myself this question while watching it. Do I care about these people? I mean, we care about Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. We care about Kate. She's it. And I'm so glad we got confirmation that she hooked up with the dude. I'm so glad that's been confirmed now because I was dying to know. So no, I wasn't.
The highlight of the show is that this old lady's banging a 20-year-old.
Oh, look who's here. My best friend in the world. He looks like he didn't chew on the barrel.
I almost did. I'm quickly just stealing everything.
Yeah.
Doctor Who Cares?
How are you, best friend?
You know what? Getting sodomized forcibly would have been more enjoyable than watching this show. In fact, I actually wanted to do my job instead of watching this show.
Oh no!
I mean, you would be the knowledgeable person to ask about that.
Yeah.
No. He's a good guy. He's not a degenerate.
That's right. I'm not a degenerate.
No, he's not.
You can't even say that trying to be nice to me. Let's be fair. That is a load of horse shit if we've ever heard one. I am the most degenerate bastard here.
Anyway, here we are, episodes 1 and 2. We only have to do this for 3 weeks, guys. That's it.
Thank fucking Christ.
3 more weeks.
That's 3 weeks too long.
Yeah, well, 3 more weeks. We have to do it 3 more times, but because it's 8 episodes and they're dropping 2 every Sunday because that's the only way they can get this out. Imagine if they had tried to drag this on for 8 weeks.
Oh God!
Imagine if it were on Disney Plus.
It will be on Disney Plus. It will be on Disney Plus in 2026.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. Disney does not want this at all. And another funny thing is it has a better time slot than Doctor Who does. Doctor Who aired at like midnight in the UK for season 2. This was airing at 5 o'clock their time or 5 o'clock our time. So like,
was it
9:30 p.m. their time? 10. It's a much better time slot.
That isn't that the old Doctor Who time slot from back in the day?
I believe so.
From a decade ago.
When what day of the week did season 2 air on? It wasn't Sunday as well, was it?
Oh, I think it was Saturday. Or maybe
was it Saturday?
It was maybe Sunday. I don't remember anymore.
What season 2 are we talking about?
Shooty.
The Shooty
Who. That would have been Saturday because I was watching it. No, that would have been Sunday because I was watching it on Sundays. So Sunday over there. Yeah, Sunday. That's when it was going
midnight
out.
Sunday morning their time.
It was terrible. Anyway, so here we are. Hail and howdy to everybody in the chats. We are happy that you decided to join us this late at night. We're going to do our best to entertain you. I don't know how long we're going to be here because let's be honest, these 2 episodes, the story is so thin.
The story is dude wants to fuck fish person.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Fish them.
Fish I gotta wait. I gotta wait till we get there. When I DM'd Jed as soon as I saw it. I was like, they
There was a ton of non-binary and trans stuff in this episode, and that's in the context of modern Doctor Who. Like, this is more than when Jason Noble was on the screen. Far more. Every other character.
And I was looking for Jason Noble in the room there. I was looking to see if they snuck him in at all. But no, we still got Wheelchair Lady, who actually has a name. I didn't know she had a name. Mrs. Bingham.
I think they've said her name before, but I don't remember what her name.
I never heard her name. And they added another guy in a wheelchair too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And now we finally have Kate and what's
we just mentioned
name?
that
they're finally fucking.
Yeah, we finally got that confirmation.
And it's as weird as I expected it to be.
Yeah, I don't need to see Kate Lethbridge Stewart getting romantic with anybody. I don't.
And I don't need to see her cucking that guy at work beforehand. Like yelling at him in front of everyone. And then him afterwards in their apartment going, oh my God.
Let me ask you this. Did it feel like in her scenes that they were making her be overly authoritative, like threatening at times? It felt off. It felt
she
off.
felt
villainous.
She felt threatening at first, but she's also the only good part of the show. So
well, yeah. I mean, she's the only person I care about. I don't care about anybody else in this thing. All right. So let's
I was kind of hoping Black ex-wife was going to get hit by a tire.
So was I. I thought, are you going to jump out? No. Just fat septum ring. Wait. What do we call her? Hang on. Let me bring in the
Kirby.
What do we call her?
Look at this half breed.
Thank you, Dre. Anyway, Fatty's gonna run down the street and dodge all the garbage.
Yeah, a fat, biracial, non-binary person called Kirby.
Man, you guys really did pay attention to the show. I was watching it while at work. I was debating what the fuck am I doing.
But I mean, this actress did have the body type of Kirby from Nintendo, so it does make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirby! I thought you were saying Herbie, the car.
Herbie.
No. I didn't even catch her name. Granted, I was playing a video game and I was running it at 1.23 speed to get through as quickly as possible. But
I only heard it during the trash raining scene where the parents are talking on the phone. It's like, "Where's Kirby? They're coming up the stairs. Get them!" That's when I heard both the name and the pronouns.
I was eating dinner at that point. I was more interested in my hot dog than what was going on the screen.
You know, you should really be careful of what you just said there, buddy.
I know. Well, I was eating a delicious hot dog. What the hell?
Cheese filled?
No, just ketchup. Just ketchup. It's delicious. Anyway.
You were enjoying a hot dog while looking at a they them.
Well, no.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what the 14th Doctor was doing.
Ooh. Anyway, all right, let's get into this. So this takes place, I guess, in the here and now. Present day, sure.
I mean, they mentioned COVID. Someone actually got COVID.
I heard that. They go, she's got COVID, and it's insane around here. I just went, Russell T Davies has zero creativity anymore.
No subtlety.
No, there is zero subtlety in this. None whatsoever. So here we are. It's present day. Some fishermen speaking some guttural language I couldn't understand.
Third world country. We don't.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's supposed to be Spanish. They're off the coast of Spain. They flew into Madrid. The unit was in Madrid.
I missed that. All I know is that that was Spanish.
I mean, it might have been an Egyptian ship, or an African ship that came in near Spain where that happened. But they flew into Madrid to find the body of the.
You know what? We're on other people's channels right now. I'm not going to say what I thought they were. But I'm pretty sure they had a disposition for really loving goats.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is pretty accurate to most of Europe right now. So it could have been anywhere in Europe.
Anyway, so these dudes pick up something in their fishnet. And then we get a quick look at it, and then they just shoot it. And apparently they tried to sell it, and that got the attention of UNIT.
Well, they wanted it to be like the monster. It was supposed to be like a tourist trap, and they had it not dressed up, but hanging up like like Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
for some reason, and they have pearls in their neck.
Oh no, it was in Jesus pose just to have the atheist do the cross.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's where this gets dumb. Our protagonist, whose only job at unit is to basically secure transportation.
He's logistical transportation.
Yeah.
He gets cabs, yeah.
He gets pinged to get on the team somehow.
All right, this is how they explain it.
Okay, go for
so
it. Yeah.
Back in 2020, he mentions that this guy got COVID while he was a coworker, right?
Mhm.
And Barkley, the main dude, came in as his replacement. Whatever. He was able to do the job at the time. Everything was fine. But HR, for some reason, put his name as this guy's permanent replacement. Just whenever this guy leaves, you're the replacement for him. And that kept going even after he was made basically special forces, got top secret clearance, and was going out on anti-alien missions. So HR just kept the scribbled note, hey, this guy's a good replacement for this other guy, even when they transferred into different departments, changed security clearances, and everything like that. And when the replacement was moved into place, they never checked his ID, never checked his clearance lever, never checked anything else about him. Just like, you're a warm body who showed up when a warm body was supposed to.
Yet, when he gets revealed of who and what he is when he's on the main stage, they're able to get everything in 2 seconds. They get units. Why must they always make unit look retarded? Why?
I mean, you match the intelligence of the writer.
True.
They can only write people as smart as they are.
True.
This could actually happen to them, so they believe the smartest people in the world would make the same mistakes as them.
Yeah. No.
So it's just insane. Like, the entire premise of the story is just, hey, dude was here on accident, and when he revealed that, hey, I'm here on accident, they're like, well, we still want you here anyways. No, I have no right to be here.
The general's response to finding out that one of his elite soldiers was a civilian accidentally ferried into his unit, he just goes, oh, this is fate. This is destiny. And he gets like so over dramatic and he's like, you were meant to see this and bear witness. Because we have a rule that means that civilians need to watch what we do, even though we didn't get a civilian to watch what we're doing now.
Did you notice that general was getting woman-splained at every turn? That all the women were basically smarter than him and explaining everything to him at every turn? Did you notice that? Because I did.
He became less.
Just every character was like that.
Yeah.
He got relegated.
Who knew everything? All the women of unit know everything. They're brilliant and they're crippled and they're annoying and oh Lord. Anyway, so they get this thing and time, I guess, passes quickly as they're sitting there in lawn chairs on the beach waiting. One of the sea devils. Oh, they had the big conversation about, we're going to call it Homo Aqua.
Why?
Oh, it's worse than that. That scene that you're talking about where they label it Homo Aqua for the first time, the general goes, well, we used to call them sea devils, but we know better now. We're better than that now. Because that's what they were called in Classic Who, and even in Jodie Whittaker's Legend of the Sea Devils episode, which was her second to last appearance as the Doctor. So even 3 years ago, they were calling them sea devils, but we're better than that now. And the episode treats the sea devils as a racial slur. This is just more desecration of classic Doctor Who, making fun of it, acting like the things that were created in that era were racist.
When do we get told that they were the original owners of this world and that we're actually just borrowing it?
About
that whole like
30 minutes in.
Bullshit.
It was right after that scene when Barkley Barkley, does the sign of the cross when he sees the Sea Devil corpse, and then he goes outside. He's talking to that other chick who showed up and picked him up from his house and helped him drop off Kirby. And she seemed to know him. Like, I thought they had worked together for a long time. There was some familiarity. Like, you're going to get in trouble for dropping off your kid. I'll let it slide this time. I thought they'd been coworkers for a while, but that was the scene that they met for the very first time. But besides that, when they were sitting together, that lady explained to Barkley, they were the previous owners of the planet, even though that's with the Silurians.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the Silurians, this whole thing. was
I
thinking about
started
that.
thinking about them like when I was taking a shower after work. It was like, wouldn't the lizard people also be like an original inhabitant of the earth?
Yeah.
Yep. The
Yeah.
Silurians and the Sea Devils were, I think, parallel evolutions. Like they existed at the same time.
Yeah.
So
wouldn't
the
you
Silur,
maybe-
if
If you're gonna go to war with the Sea Devils, wouldn't you want the lizard people maybe on your side? Just thinking.
well, you don't
Yeah,
want to wake up the
different-
Silurians.
Yeah.
That's a can of worms that you want to stay there. But the Sea Devils would say, "Hey, we ruled this world in peace with the Silurians. You replaced them and polluted our oceans. Let's go wake them up, and they'll help us eradicate the apes and restore the order from prehistoric times." That's what I would imagine the Sea Devils, who are apparently this intelligent. They were way more monsters in Classic Who. They weren't as intelligent as the Silurians. They're a lesser species.
You've taken me to my next thing. Why do we constantly, especially with this version of Doctor Who, why are we always making humans, one, the bad guys, and two, why are we always the lesser species compared to these other races? Yeah,
I think messaging, but at the same time, like, again, you're only as good as your writer. So the writer's retarded. We're all retarded.
Yeah. And if the Sea Devils, and we're gonna call them Sea Devils, fuck Aqua Homo Aqua, whatever. It's take that
Gay
either way you
water.
want.
Gay water. They even made a joke about that. They did an Alex Jones joke about, "Oh, have you been drinking the gay water? Is that why?"
Is that Alex? You know that isn't.
I think it was because Alex Jones famous for saying the
Making
water's
the
making
frogs
the frogs gay.
The frogs gay. Anyway, but yeah. So one is that humans are always the bad guys, and two, if these creatures were trapped for all this time, how are they so advanced?
Yeah, the Sea Devils have never been that advanced, but that's why I believe they split the Sea Devils into multiple species. Salt, the spokesperson for the underwater species, is not a Sea Devil. The Sea Devils are still unintelligent creatures. They're still relegated to secondary species. So whatever this new sexy looking fish people are, they're new.
Did you think that when it became a man or when it was a woman?
Listen,
I didn't think it, but that's the point of the making them look more humanoid.
Listen, Barkley is his name. Is that his name? I just kept looking at it as Cuck. That's all I kept looking at. It was Cuck.
Guy
Barkley,
shouldn't be there.
Yeah, Barkley. They are so leaning into. He wanted to sex up,
which is weird because I've seen him in several different roles, and he's been gay every single time. He was actually previously in Doctor Who. He was in the Voyage of the Damned episode, and he was the midshipman who helped keep the Titanic in the air. But later on in End of Time Part 2, he hooked up with Captain Jack. That was the happily ever after for Captain Jack at the end of Time. The Doctor gave, set him up with Alonzo.
See,
which was played by this
you remember these side people. I never remember.
But he was also...
When was End of Time, either End of Time or Voyage of the Damned, when did that air?
Voyage of the Damned was Christmas 2007 because season 4 was 2008, so that would have been Christmas 2007.
So I was just wondering because they make a comment that the last time Buckley was so excited and energetic was Christmas 2010. So I was trying to figure out when would
because he saw the Doctor.
New Year's Eve 2009 was when he hooked up with Captain Jack. So that would be right about the right point.
But then he also talked about how the greatest moment of his life when he saw the Doctor recently, and he described the Doctor as so vivid.
Yeah, that's definitely shooty.
And I just said gay.
But he was also gay in Sherlock season 2, the Hounds of the Baskerville episode, and he was in Crisis on Infinite Earths in the CW Arrowverse. He was Leonard Snart's boyfriend in the Yahtzee world.
So essentially, they got a gay guy to be a biracial divorced husband with a fat non-binary septum-wearing chick who should have gotten crushed by garbage as she was running down the road.
And he's going to bang a non-binary fish. And when the banging thing happens, it's going to switch back and forth between male and female.
Oh, yeah. And did you know, I love the part after he's involved in everything, and the daughter goes, he says to her, I should have been listening to you all this time. You were telling me these things, and I was listening. And then she goes, I'm proud of you.
Everything with the family was cringe. the ex-wife, her personality changed
horrible.
on a dime in every single scene. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. I love you.
I'm
Who
jealous.
are you? I'm jealous.
jealous.
She's jealous of the fish person.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So back to the story. What little there is of it. So they're sitting there in the beach chairs having conversation about Homo Aqua. And then here comes the Sea Devil. And they get the translation working, but that not working. And after a really strained scene of backs and forths, they set up diplomatic
You
discussions.
forgot the sea devils coming through the ground.
Do they turn a bunch of dirt into water?
Yeah, okay,
and drown those people?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, how did they do that?
So I'm assuming that they're building off the technology presented by the Silurians in the Matt Smith Silurian episode, where they turn dirt basically into a semi-liquid form, and it becomes quicksand that sucks Amy in. I'm assuming they're saying that it's a similar piece of technology. That one made more sense because it was using vibrations to separate dirt particles. This one is just, dirt and water are the same thing, aren't they?
It's pretty much ridiculous. Just somehow moisturizing the water, the ground to turn to quicksand. So then they show up through the water and rip everything down.
And then they
then they leave. Yeah, they harden it
take
with the
all
bodies
the water
in
with
there.
them. Yeah, I guess they're able to control the presence of water. I mean, they can throw trash into the sky to rain down. This is technology beyond anything we can imagine. But
I doubt they're ever going to explain it. I doubt they're going to explain how it works.
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
They're not going to explain the cloud.
They can lift the Titanic out of the ocean. Nothing can do that right now because the Titanic is so brittle that if you touch it, it will fall apart. Our whole reason for leaving it down there is quite literally that it's just going to disintegrate here in a couple more years. We can't touch it.
They just wanted the spectacle of the Titanic sitting in New York Harbor. They just wanted that.
I mean, New York really didn't look that much different. So
a lot of those cities look fairly similar. I'm just surprised we didn't see much of San Francisco.
So let's just skip forward. I mean, we get to this whole, they're going to have the big meeting. And
before that, all the Sea Devils come out of the water, do that initial negotiation, and then we're shown all these shots around the world of Sea Devil pinnacles. I don't know what you'd call those things. Those lily pads,
coral towers is what I was.
Coral towers, showing up all around the world, and they're here to negotiate with the human species as a whole, not just with these generals. At this point, you'd be calling the Doctor in a panic. And
I was thinking that
Kate doesn't necessarily have a direct line to the Doctor, but she has ways of getting to the Doctor, of trying to communicate with him.
There.
Yeah, where's 14?
14. That is the convenient thing that we're all supposed to forget, that Tenant 14 is still there. But I guess he's retired and he doesn't have the desire to help humanity anymore.
He's just tired. Yeah, that's an excuse
for
everything.
He's so tired.
People are coming out of the ground, out of the sea right now, doing shit. You got to be there. You are the great negotiator right now. You have to be there, motherfucker.
You know, that might have actually saved this if they had 10 and 14 show up for a second. Might have legitimacy to it.
That might have been actually cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're apologizing for his pronouns right now as well. So that might be what's happening.
There'll be a lot of that. But unfortunately, we're going to have to compare this episode or this show a lot to the Silurian episode with Matt Smith that I mentioned earlier, because the same thing kind of happens on a much smaller scale at the end. The Silurians are waking up, and you've got to figure out how to make peace. And the Doctor is so worried about just dealing with the small group of Silurians. He's not dealing with a worldwide invasion of the Sea Devils. He's dealing with this one colony. And yes, this colony could do a lot of damage, but he just wants this colony to find a way to integrate with humanity, and he's so dedicated to that purpose. Of course, the Doctor would care if this many people were threatening the human species and Earth, but he would be looking for a compromise because they do have a legitimate claim to the planet. And the way he navigated that in the Silurians episode was brilliant. And seeing Amy and the scientist chick in that one negotiating with the Silurians before everything fell apart for reasons outside their control, they were finding ways. Places on Earth like the Sahara that would be ideal for the Silurians, giving up land that humanity doesn't use.
And you say trying to making headway. The Sea Devils in this are just purely antagonistic. It's as though they're looking for the fight.
Well, they're completely justified because the oceans are polluted, so it's okay that they're pissing.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm having a hard time rooting for anybody here.
I
Part
hate
of me
everybody
wants to
too,
be on the
yeah.
side of the Sea Devils, but at the same time, they're constantly screaming about how we've destroyed the Earth and green and blah blah blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
exactly.
So it's kind of like I kind of want you guys to die off, but at the same time, everybody else is just awful. So can you just?
I kind of want them just to like blow up the planet. Like if you're not going to take care of it, nobody can have it, or some shit like that. Everybody die.
It gets so unreasonable when they're saying we own the sky too. It's
They don't need the sky. I think they're just trying to be dicks.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Well, I was expecting them to magically now have a third species that owns the sky. That's what I was expecting.
Flying
Is it a bird people?
Yes, bird people. No joke, because we have lizard people, we have fish people. What's next, bird people? Prehistoric bird people. Where the fuck have they been saying? God only knows. The clouds, the chemtrails is what woke them up.
The chemtrails woke them up.
But so I guess we're already there. So they go to the diplomatic meeting. They bend the knee and build this massive, basically water tube to allow them to come to London, so they can have the I guess diplomatic exchange. And this is where it was really what was really bothering me. Like I said, watching humanity just once again be a bitch. It's like, oh, they could destroy us like that. Their technology is way beyond us. We don't understand the pearl thing. And I'm sorry. It's so boring watching humanity do this. And like Jed said, I was thinking, man, it'd be great if they called the doctor. Even
at least
Shooty,
try.
Even if Shooty showed up, at least the presence of the doctor, it should mean something. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, so they're going to do this on their own. Then why are they behaving so retardedly? We're doing this so we can see how bad they are. Oh, look, they're stealing this, they're stealing that. Corporations are working with military and government. Oh, look, capitalism bad, democracy bad, all that kind of shit. It's the playbook of RTD. It's his playbook. And then the environmentalism shit begins and all this stuff. And it's just so bad. And yes, we just mentioned it, 10 and 14, just sitting there. Maybe he's having a joyride with Jason right now. Maybe that's the problem.
Well, that's probably true. But you have they have this all planned out to do a very diplomatic, straightforward discussion. And the fish fuckers, okay, well, actually, the fish,
one of them will be.
They wanted the other fish fucker because he was nice to them and decided to do the sign of the cross to a fish up in the air.
They thought,
and that's why they wanted him.
They thought he was respecting the pearl. That's how retarded it is. They had nothing to do with the cross. It had to do with the pearl. And oh god,
everybody's retarded in this.
Yeah.
I mean, even without taking into account lore, like you were. But if you account for lore, this isn't our world just suddenly facing Sea Devils. Mm-hmm. This is UNIT specifically in charge, and UNIT has been dealing with these threats for 60 years at this point.
But
Kate has the Black Archive. They actually talk about the Black Archive. He has a remote link to the Black Archive without showing his clearance at the beginning of the episode. That's where all the super weapons are. That's all the stuff that they want to hide from the doctor is.
But then she made the excuse. Well, we're dealing with the aliens. We're not used to dealing with threats that come from our own planet.
Bullshit.
I know.
The units dealt with the Sea Devils before. I believe it was in the Tom Baker era. Might have been John Pertwee. But yeah, they've dealt with the Sea Devils directly before.
So
well, haven't they dealt, and correct me if I'm wrong, haven't they dealt with Cybermen, which are more, well, no, depends on where you go for Cybermen. Never mind, I stand corrected.
In Classic Who, they did deal with Cybermen a couple times, I believe. Not in New Who. Cybermen were from the alternate reality. And there was Canary Wharf, I guess, but that was more just a 2-second battle between UNIT and the Cybermen.
But we're watching a very gimped unit here. They're hapless. They're idiotic. They have a guy who shouldn't be there. They can let him be there.
They have more power than ever. And yet they're all gimped.
They can't even handle a French general cunt. who's taking a
They
picture.
can't even keep her
Hey, she's
outside
hot.
of the room.
Yeah.
Listen, she's
Yeah.
hot.
She was
I'll
hot.
take her.
Yeah. But it's and then we have to be shown that, oh, Kate's so upset. Kate's so upset.
But what about the fish lady's kids that choked and yet are still in
Oh.
eggs?
So apparently the sea devils are dying by the day.
Yeah, apparently she said it was a oil spill that got those eggs killed.
Yeah, so listen, I know that a lot of the countries around the world treat the sea as a toilet and a dumpster. We know this. And we do.
I'm on other people's channels right now. I can't say what I'm thinking.
I know, it's okay. It's okay. But we understand that, listen, we are not green tards here. We're not that. But listen, I respect the environment. I want a nice, clean world. But the way this show comes off when she starts saying, drink the water, you drink the water. Oh, and they say the Thames water, you're going to get the list of diseases. I just forgot them all.
That list was way too long.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think there's those diseases actually in the Thames.
Possibly
current day
if you read up-
Thames with
current
certain,
day Thames because of some of
certain
the
people living there. Anyway,
They might have
people
they
matter.
might have a similarity with the pearl, just not in the neck, but up on the head. Anyways, I'm sorry, I had to do one.
Ooh.
Shut up. Anyways, I do have
Racisms.
to point out. Yes,
It's okay,
racism.
good buddy. It's okay.
I know I had to. Anyways, though, I do have to point out it is very awkward to have them also bouncing forth between like all the different news broadcasters. Of course, you have the one that's supposed to be like an Alex Jones-esque guy, but also they throw up China a whole lot there while doing this whole eco-friendly shit. And I'm just like, is that really a smart idea? Is that really compatible right there?
Yeah. There's so many things wrong with this, and we're into episode 2 now because she's already said we want him. When we'll just jump to episode 2 because
apparently that was a dramatic cliffhanger. The fish person pointing out the main character and saying, "Hey, the main character is important to know."
Imagine if we'd have to wait a week for that. Imagine. I don't have to because we went right to episode 2.
If they weren't doing 2 episodes, I don't know if we could do this show.
We'd be done already tonight.
Yeah,
we'd be done. Wait,
because already we've been talking a lot about episode 2, so this portion would be shorter.
Yeah.
Is it 2 episodes a week? Please say no.
Yeah, it's 2 episodes
Yes.
a week. That's why we're done by the end of the month.
Yeah, there's 8 episodes, but only 4 shows for us.
Yeah. And then we're off until next Christmas.
Well, Jeremy's off. We have to deal with Star Trek Academy.
Well, in a different situation. I mean,
yeah, you ain't getting me to watch that shit.
You hate Star Trek. You hate real Star Trek anyway. So it's
exactly. You ain't getting me to watch that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We have Brad, so we don't need you.
I'll hop in for Stargate when that comes back.
Don't remind me.
That'll be in a few years.
Yeah, we got a couple of years on that.
You can make a good panel for that one.
Oh, we can get a very large panel for that. We can get 6 people for that one easy. Anyway,
just no one cares about Doctor Who anymore.
Yeah,
it was already niche before Russell destroyed it.
Yeah. Anyway, so look at that. We're tangenting away. Let's reel it back.
We're tangenting away because now we have a whole diplomatic discussion going on between fish people and non-fish people in a fish.
Written by retards.
Here's the problem with episode 2. It's either fish troon, and I'm just calling it fish troon, talking at everybody angrily, or family drama. That's
you also forgot the small little bit of a political whatever where we can't stop all this stuff because it will destroy our money. Shitting on the petrodollar, which I mean, come on, let's be fair, but they're shitting on the petrodollar and everything because so much of our nation, Western economies are based off of all this. So they're crapping on just about every everything left, right, and center. And then at the same time, you have Fish Troon doing Fish Troon shit, yelling about how awful everything is, while Fish Fucker over here is saying, "You're right, everything is awful, and our kids understand this, so we need to fix it."
Why haven't we been listening to our kids? The hippies were right.
That I think when that happened, that got me the most is, whoa, we adults have to listen to our much smarter children. Where have we heard that kind of shit before? Not the first time we've heard that kind of stuff in the stuff we've
They
been
know when
watching.
it's time to cut off their own junk.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
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 But in all this environmentalism talk, they're not even mentioning that the worst proponents of pollution are
China.
not the Western nations that they're blaming. Yeah,
China.
it's Eastern Asian companies, specifically China and India, are the worst polluters in the world.
South
And
Asia,
it's
Eastern
the
Asia.
Western.
Yeah.
It's the Western countries. England has to really answer for what they've done. The UK is tiny. All right, it's not the empire anymore.
Yeah, they don't have. I mean, yeah, the Thames is a toilet bowl, but I mean, that's the Thames. It's a river. It's not the ocean. And
well, and the fish people are claiming all water, not just oceans. They specifically say all water and all air above. So yes, you'd be able to fly planes over the land, but not over rivers. They could control how much drinking water we get.
Yeah, this is the
It's
concept.
the extermination of the human race, but they only focus on transportation and the economy.
The concept of how powerful they are. That's why I'm coming back to right now. The concept of how powerful the Sea Devils are supposed to be is absurd to me. It's just absurd.
If you'd follow through with literally anything they say right now, humans would have been genocided instantly.
And the doctor would show up.
There's no way to prevent it, because even like just to start doing some of those Green New Deals and Green New Initiatives or whatever you want, the amount of carbon taxing, the amount of energy that we require right now, the reason why you have to do this is also to help keep people alive. Like without that, insulin goes bad overnight and you have already killed off a whole lot of people.
Oh yeah, without electricity and without the infrastructure to transport food, people will die of illness within weeks. People will die of starvation within months.
I mean, Dermy is in the Midwest. Jen and I are on the East Coast. Right now where I am, it's 24 degrees outside. It's cold as shit, and I bet it's even 10 degrees cooler where Dermy is right now.
It's actually pretty decent. It's 37.
So it's actually warmer where you are.
Yeah, it's warmer where I am.
And of course, it's warmer where Jet is because he's on
sunny Florida.
Yeah, so
it's 55 degrees here.
Oh, fuck up!
Cold.
Shut the fuck up! I don't have to be nice to you. I got to be nice to my best friend here.
Exactly.
But I mean, no, it's 24 degrees outside, 26 degrees outside. Without heat right now, I'd be freezing my nuts off. And it'd be fucking cold. And I did that a couple of years ago, like 2-3 years ago. We had that ice storm blow through, and it took out the power for an entire night. Well, most of the day, it got ass fucking cold in here. I'm sitting, I'm like wrapped up in covers. I couldn't do anything.
I mean, I grew up with conservative country dwelling individuals. I know how to survive in the cold. It's the heat that we are all terrified of over here. So we could survive right now, but once summer hits and everything like that, we're miserable.
You need air conditioning.
Without air conditioning, I actually might not be here.
Yeah, well, this is the UK
last year. Heat stroke last year almost.
This is the UK that we're talking about here. They get freaked out when they don't have when it gets to 75 degrees over there.
That's right.
Yeah.
But they still are going to be able to survive. They don't have air conditioning. Yeah. These people don't have any intellectual empathy or empathy in general. The Russell T Davies, I don't think he even comprehended the consequences of what he was writing, and Paul Teagan was writing as well, that this would mean the death of the human civilization. We'd be losing people by the millions within a few months.
And the doctor would show up.
You can't have a story like this in a world like Doctor Who without explaining why the Doctor isn't there and why UNIT isn't using the expansive knowledge and technology that they have available, or the other alien people in their corner.
I mean, you said it yourself. They might go down into the black room to get the shit. If they're going to war, I mean, this show's called The War Between Land and the Sea, and we're 2 episodes in, and we're not at war yet.
Well, we're at an armistice right now.
Well, now he has to go at the end of the episode after. Okay, well, all right. So, everything breaks down, and dude goes off book and emphasizes by basically apologizing for the world, like the cuck that he is. And I hate
nearly crying and sobbing.
And I hate this line. I think you're my favorite human. Right in that moment, I thought that suddenly there'd be some sort of I don't want to say relationship because we know he's going to want to fuck the Truny fish, but at least some sort of bridge of communication was be built. and then we get a story of these two coming together and learning, and then something would happen to push it out of whack. But then the writing is so bad, Fishtroon loses her shit again for reasons the next time around.
Yeah, because everyone's yelling at.
Because everybody's yelling and saying legitimate concerns.
Yeah.
And so we're going to fix the problem for you. We're going to do it for you. And then we get the whole trash storm.
Before that, there are so many ways, like you said, to build a bridge between these characters to justify their relationship and justify her feelings towards humanity of maybe there can be peace, regardless of the trash storm. The way I would do it, she doesn't magically know all of human language, even though she's never met a human. That's completely ridiculous. She's just a superstar. She's the best as ever. She's our queen. She's God. Just make her still speak the fish language, use the translators, and he decides to try to learn a few words of their language. So at the end of the second session, he goes off book and says thank you or goodbye in the fish language.
I think what they're trying to do is show just how their hive mind weirdness is going on. In which that they were able to essentially hear what you were saying through the pearl, which then equated to her being able to use her massive
hacked unit.
She hacked unit. Wait, did she?
Yeah, she did it. Well, yeah, to put the.
Oh yeah, right.
She projected a bunch of cameras and maps and whatnot on screen.
Yeah.
She hacked unit. She has unlimited power at this point.
All right,
and the hive mind.
She just gave her kids to the humans, by the way.
Their corpses.
Well, their corpses.
Yeah, you don't
think
that's a dumb idea. Just saying.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. No, who was going to say something? Or was
I don't remember what I was going to say. I believe it was.
The
hive mind. I hate hive minds in general. They're overused. I mean, they were great in like the 70s and 80s when they were a new concept being first introduced. But at this point, they're in fucking everything. And when units, they really don't know how to use it. It's not interesting. And units like, well, maybe all the fish people have shared hive minds because they all react when we put out something for them to smell. What?
The
three people.
They did the
mycelium fucking network.
That was
underwater.
Mycelium network underwater. And the wheelchair lady suggested maybe the water transmits their thoughts. They're telepathic through the water.
I just had a thought. When the war actually begins, are we going to see her shooting rockets and machine guns out of her chair again?
I hope so. I hope it becomes a little submarine. She goes into the water, it like comes up over her head, and she's.
Listen, I have a theory on what they're going to do with the at the war. I think they're creating a gene bond right now because they handed off some of those tissue samples over to the military
for
citizenship, except for his mom, but for citizenship. I think they're going to create a gene bond, send it down there, go like, okay, wipe them all out, and that's that. And of course, Doctor ain't going to show up at all to save the day.
And I don't think Shooty's showing up at all. I mean, unfortunately, this is Shooty, and Tennant definitely ain't showing up. Not even a cameo or whatever. But so,
well, Shooty will show up
at least. Yeah, that's why you'd show up. But at least in the David Tennant era, when there were those other spin-offs like Torchwood and Sarah Jane, the shows were running concurrently. So we knew the Doctor was busy with stuff important. Like in season 4, he had some very important stuff to deal with. The planets disappearing, Davros, the rise of Davros and everything like that. There's a good reason he wasn't around for the first couple seasons of Torchwood and Sarah Jane. And it just, the concurrent nature of it was able to explain it for us. Be like, all right, he is busy. He's doing important things. He's not just fucking around like 14 is. We know 14 is literally a couple miles away from these events doing nothing. You can't explain that away.
He's taking a joyride with Jason. He's taking a joyride with Jason someplace. That's it.
We know Jason works with UNIT. We know fucking redheaded chick. I can't think of her name right now. Donna allegedly works with UNIT. They all work with fucking UNIT.
Millie and her great tits are there too.
That's true. Where is
she?
Yeah.
Well, she had to go with her great tits.
Yeah. All right,
she's too expensive.
I have a question though. Can we talk about the trash storm?
How the fuck did that happen?
Is there really enough trash to blanket the world? And
it's some cloudy with the chance of meatball shit.
Yeah.
So
and
there
I
is
mean,
a fuck ton of trash. I do
I
know
know
that.
there's
I think it would
Yeah.
be enough to cover most cities.
but
But did we see
enough
it
to do that
covering
kind
the
of?
wilderness?
But is it
Well,
enough to do that kind of damage? And like
what
Joey
are they
said,
equating
the
to trash?
Titanic and other shit like that. I mean,
Like what are they calling actual trash? Because once you
plastic.
started
They just kept saying
plastic, cardboard,
plastic.
tires, stuff like that makes sense. But then you see an anchor, you see the Titanic, and it's like some of that stuff we have no power over. Like shit happens. That's
Oh, they
not
don't care. But
pollution.
they don't care. They don't care.
That's
Yeah,
something completely different. And then how are you taking out all the oil, all the petroleum? Because if you can clean up all this trash with a snap of your finger, why the fuck don't you just do it?
So this
And
brings
why
me-
was it apart? Just like what you're saying. That's an excellent point, Jeremy. If they have this much power, why didn't they do anything about it?
why not
Even just
shoot into space? Just shoot
it into space, have quarantine zones, put it all in the same place. You have this level of control. Dump it in the Sahara. Why didn't they try anything for decades until
Yeah.
one random sea devil got shot by fishermen? This is when they're like, you
Well,
know what? Maybe we should actually
So
care
my-
that all our children
so my
are dying in oil
understanding-
spills.
My understanding is they're awakening, like we said at the beginning. I don't know how they were awakening quite necessarily.
why?
Essentially, they were contained in a bubblish area
They were
that
caught
they were trying
between
to
they were caught between the land and the sea. I don't know.
something like that. And like there was an earthquake in Africa, and now we have them everywhere. That's pretty much my only understanding is like what we've been dealing with for the most part has been just like selective cells, more or less, that weren't contained. And now we have the big hive essentially just awakened, and that's what they're
colony.
angry at. But I don't know then how.
Oh no, you can't say
Kids-
colony anymore, Adam. Colony is a
okay.
super racist word. Yeah, even in sci-fi, they're advising people not to talk about space colonies.
Oh,
As in,
fuck off.
It's too much like colonialization and cultural appropriation and all the people Columbus killed.
Gundam begs to fucking differ.
I love
Actually-
the word colony.
I actually mentioned that when we were talking to Interstellar the other day. I mentioned Gundam and
You did?
colonies. That's because that's what I thought of when I saw the colony in end of the show there, the movie. But I said, but there. So once again, I wonder if we're going to get any explanation on their technology and how it works. Clearly, they have control of some level of gravity, gravity, and they're just.
I don't
being-
think he thought that far. I
think
don't
he
even
did
know
at
if
all.
Russell would be able to tell you that it was gravity tech. He'd just be
Well-
like, they're better than us in every way, so it's
So-
not up to us
wait,
to define
so-
their technology.
So they gathered
need
up all the garbage, put it in giant fish cannons, and fired it into the sky at
Maybe.
the land.
I don't know how that is physically like everything about
The
this makes
logistics.
no logical sense.
Yeah.
And you need some sort of either gravity technology, a weird
Trash
teleportation-
magnet.
Yeah.
trash magnet, a weird teleportation device that somehow sends all trash up there, just not ocean water. Something has to explain this shit, and there's nothing to explain it. It just happens. It's
It won't be explained. I don't
I'm
think it will
Fairly
because
certain it won't be too. I'm fairly
Yeah.
certain. And
we
if
just
it
have
will
to
be explained,
acknowledge their truth that they have this power.
it's going to be mumbo jumbo bullshit science trash explanation. It's not really going to be
Which is
grounded
going to
in-
give me an aneurysm.
Yeah, it will. And so the trash thing happens, and then we get to the whole truing where everybody's yelling at Fish Lady, and listen, that took me by surprise. I didn't see that coming, and I realized, wait a minute, the face is changing, and as it was happening, it dawned on me, oh shit, they're truing her, and Russell put that in there on purpose. He totally did that on purpose.
I mean, after the pronoun lecturing at the beginning of the episode, like,
Yeah.
What did he say? Don't use he. Don't use gendered pronouns. They're probably non-binary because, as you know, they have cloacas, and as everyone knows, that means they're non-binary. They just called every animal with a cloaca non-binary, so it's natural.
all I know is like it was shocking at first. Well, not shocking, it was more like eye rolling. But then I already know how they're gonna try to justify it, even though it doesn't really work that
Seahorses.
well. Seahorses, but at the same time, there's certain amphibious creatures like frogs and stuff that can change their gender. So that's how they're going to try to do it. She's amphibious. There's real world creatures that can do that. Therefore, it makes sense. No, it doesn't. It's bullshit. Just because fucking frogs do it doesn't mean everybody has to fucking do it. That's amphibious.
And something
Well,
bothered
she's
me.
homo amphibious. That's what they called her.
They did. I missed that.
Yeah, when
Okay, I
the
missed it,
the
okay.
I
pipe
wanna
filled
go-
with water for the first time, you saw the sea devils coming up. There's like, there's two different species besides the sea devils. What is this? And then you see the big
wanna-
fish, and they're like, I'm going to call that thing big fish. And the other one they called homo.
Yeah, Homo
Okay,
big
I missed
fish,
that, I missed that.
essentially.
Yeah,
wanna
they
go
called
back
it
to the
homo big.
I want to go back to the big fish creatures because they look more like attack dogs, and I thought them more like that. Why don't we actually look at those guys some more? They looked fun.
They had
I
teeth.
mean that because I hate everything else, and that was the only thing that actually looked interesting was the different fish variations.
So right up until that moment before it tuned, I was watching the body language of the actress playing Truny Fish, and she's constantly standing there like this, and that was bothering me because whoever was directing these was the body language direction was just terrible, and it's off putting, and it shows me. I mean, it's a bad show don't tell. They're showing the antagonism, but the rest of humanity is like, oh, we're sorry, we want to make a deal when they clearly want to fuck you up. They're there to pick a fight.
Yeah,
They're
it's not
not
a
there to talk.
negotiation of good faith. They want an excuse. They
Yeah.
are antagonizing you to
Well,
give them
Go
the
back to the
yeah,
Silurians.
more high ground.
When you had the whole Silurian discussion, there was somebody there on the Silurian side that wanted to have good faith discussions. They wanted to actually engage with honesty and try their hardest to actually come to a compromise. There's nobody here that wants to come to a compromise. Nobody
No.
on the fishy people want to come to a compromise. They all just want to kill you.
Yeah, they're there.
So,
to kill us.
and none of the humans really do either. They're just scared.
Yeah.
They're doing the normal. They're doing the tired cliche of, oh, we're going to give you bureaucratic speak, bureaucratic word salad to try and placate you while we do nothing. It's that same old cliche bullshit, which makes it basically bottom feeding storytelling is what we're getting here. And then we end the episode with them demanding you're going to come to us out because your light hurts us. It dries our skin. You know what? The sunlight hurts us too if we're pale bitches like me. And I don't like going outside. All right.
I would have just said, you could have told us we can close the blinds.
Yeah. And here's the thing. They made humans build this elaborate network to get them up there. And I very much doubt they're going to do the same for the making Berkeley, whatever the fuck his name is,
Barclay
down there.
They already said that you're going to have to go down the Marianas Trench, which is physically
human
impossible for humans to do.
It's a different trench. It's the
It's a
Atlantic
trench.
equivalent of the Marianas
It's a
Trench.
though. It's a deep ass part.
They specifically say it's more than double the depth that humanity has ever gone with current technology.
Yeah.
It ain't.
And
possible
before
to
anybody,
get down there.
they're going to do the same thing as Star Trek Beyond. They're going to say a spaceship is the same thing as a submarine and just use an alien spacecraft to go
The
down.
TARDIS could do it, but that's the TARDIS.
The TARDIS could, because it's
And
designed to deal with harsh conditions. But
the only one movie has ever dealt with a human being going into a deep trench, and that's The Abyss, where Ed Harris's character at the end, but what he's doing, he's breathing water. He's breathing liquid oxygen to get down there so that he can survive the pressure. That's the science they went with in that movie. Jed hasn't seen it, and Dermot, that you've seen the movie either, have you?
I think I've wanted to watch it, but I don't.
Well,
remember.
you gotta watch the Director's Cut. But it's on the list of things we're gonna get to on driving. But he goes down that abyss to deal with the aliens down there. Point is, as you just said, there's no way humanity can get that deep. It's like, oh, you need to come to see us now because your sunlight hurts us, and we're dried out.
Sunlight hurt versus impossible, and if you accomplish it, extermination.
And
Which one's worse?
And literally crushing water pressure that we can't deal with. So
if they live down there, how is their bodies adapting that way? They're too fleshy. They would have to have a
listen. It's just thing. These sea devils, they ain't that tough. A rando on a Spanish fishing ship ganked them with a rifle.
So if you were evolved in those deep pressures, you wouldn't necessarily develop armor because that would be brittle. And if that cracked, you'd just be crushed. So you'd most likely have a much more flexible skin, like you see squids and deep sea monsters. So they would be very fleshy, mushy.
There's
wouldn't
that
really have
one
bones.
fish that everybody sees a lot that looks really weird, kind of has like a big old nose and looking thing. In reality, that's a deep sea dwelling fish that
Mhm.
it looks that way when it's up above because it's not supposed to be up
There's
there.
a
Its
lot of
body's
shit down
kinda
there we don't
gelatinous.
know about. There's a
Yeah,
lot.
there's a
Yeah,
lot of
and
creatures down there. And I was
they
thinking
kind of
there's
expand when they get into lower pressure, like you're talking about, Jeremy. So
Yeah.
they should be blubberous and fat.
I was
on the
actually thinking
surface.
more about Deep Star Galactic? No, Deep Star whatever, when you have the giant prehistoric fish creature.
But it's racist to talk about this
Yeah.
stuff, as we remember from the Little Mermaid days. The
Yeah.
whole can of Black Mermaid exists scientifically. That discussion triggered a lot of people. So I don't think we're allowed to talk about
Well,
fish people
Well,
biology.
we
I'm
have
sure
we have
we're gonna
blue
get
fish people now. So.
we're gonna get racist comments, when
Yeah.
we're done here. It'll be there. You guys are just racist against fish people.
Yeah,
I'm,
I am.
I'm on board with exterminating them all right now.
After
Listen,
The Shape of Water won an Oscar, yeah, I'm racist against fish people.
there was a time where I liked fish people with Abe and freaking Hellboy and everything like that. Now I'm just sitting there thinking, give me some fish sticks. I don't even like fish sticks, but if I'm gonna have discussions with a fish person, I'm gonna eat some fish sticks.
You're saying sticks so
He's-
wrong.
No, he's doing the
I'm
South
saying
Park.
it correct. No, I'm
he's doing the
saying
South
it
Park
correctly,
skit.
but at the same time, I'm trying to make you guys think I'm saying
You're
dicks.
doing the South Parks. You're doing the
This
South
is the Doctor Who episode. You've got to say fish fingers. They're the same
Oh,
thing.
fuck.
He wanted to do the
Fish
South
fingers.
Park. He wanted to do the South Park skit, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, a little
And
bit.
then there's our dramatic cliffhanger where he's not supposed to say I'll do it, but he says I'll do it and I'll go because
No, he says, okay.
okay.
So,
And they close it. They give a close up on his mouth too. That's so creepy.
Because he
So-
wants to eat that fish poutine.
he wants some clams.
Troon. Fucking Troon.
Well-
Well, actually, in order to fuck the fish, more than likely it's going to be a whole lot of head, because there's a lot of fish that actually like.
Stop. No.
Yeah, okay is not a good word to use in dialogue. It's actually one that, if you go to any writing classes or stuff like that, you're told to avoid it. You're not told to just not use it at all. Just you avoid okay.
There are
It's,
words.
it's too impassive.
Jed can agree with this. When you go to do an edit, and when we're writing, sometimes words slip in there that we don't realize we put in there just because we're going. They go back and edit. Okay is one of the words. Another one of the words, the word just. The word just
Mhm.
should not be in there. And you find it and you realize you take it out. Oh, look, it works fine without it. But it's part of our colloquialisms. It's part of our habits to add words that are unnecessary when we speak. I and ah a lot sometimes because my mouth is trying to keep up with my brain moving so quickly sometimes. So I do a weird non sequitur pausing word. Famously, for a couple of years, Jed and I had the joke. I would say again. There's we all have our words that we use, and we work hard to edit them out. The worst one in the world is the word like. Every people use like for every third or fourth word. You need to slap them in the face until they stop. It is an unnecessary word. And it
What if
loses
they're
all
a
the meaning.
lady?
And writers should know that.
Yeah.
Unless you're going for a specific bit. Like if you're writing a story and you want a Country Valley girl in it, yeah, you can use like.
That's
but
different. That's different.
yeah, unless it's for a bit or a very specific character thing, you avoid okay. It's such a flat, uninteresting word that you should never use it. And every writer worth their salt knows to avoid okay.
I mean, most of the time when I think of somebody saying the word okay, I think of it more as a bit than anything else, because I don't think I've ever actually seen somebody say okay in like a serious sense. It's more like, okay, I guess I'll do that or something like that. It's never like
a tired response. It's just,
yeah.
Okay. It's the response you give. Excuse me.
He's dying. I gave him
No, my
Barnard's.
throat, my throat is dry. It's not that cough. I'm in the phase now of this where my throat keeps getting dry with all this stuff.
But yeah, it's a word you use when you don't want to
Yeah.
say anything, but you feel obligated to say
Okay.
something.
That's like that. It's like okay. It's the word. It's an exasperation at that point when you use it generally. You're not when somebody's using that. They're tired of you. They're tired of the conversation. And it's laziness. To talk about the entire script of these 2 episodes, it's all lazy writing.
It could have been done in 30 minutes. The vast majority of this show, because it didn't feel like I watched them both at 1.5 speed, and it still felt like it was.
I had to slow
forever.
it down because the British accents. I was losing words.
I did that at the beginning at 2 times speed, but I had to slow it down because it was just too fast.
I had it at 1.3, and I slowed it down to 1.23 in the end because I was losing words. So
it didn't feel like I watched 2 hour-long episodes. Well, 44+ minute episodes, whatever.
yeah, they were 45 each about it.
But it felt like a 30-minute episode. That's not a win here, guys. That's me pointing out that you could do this all within 30 minutes. You had
there's
long
a lot of
shots
fluff.
of just nothing.
There's a lot of fluff. There's a lot of worthless conversation. I mean, seriously, his entire family dynamic of Buckley, I'm going to call him whatever I feel like now. His entire family dynamic is annoying. Yeah, I don't buy that this guy, one, is married, that he divorced. I mean, even the backstory we get of the wedding, this guy was getting abused by his ex-wife and her family before they even got married, yet he married her anyway. And she crapped out a fat, non-binary, nose ring wearing chick who's
I don't want a cuck representing the human race.
yeah.
I feel like he's just going to bend over and take it.
What's he been doing the entire 2 episodes? Apologizing.
That's all he does to everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
The only time he had any balls when he said, "We should listen to our children."
And that's still cucking.
Yeah, just to different people. That's the only thing he does is he cucks to different people. He moves it around.
So
And he wants to be on his phone a lot.
for the remainder of these 6 episodes, I guess we're going to be watching. Will this guy be apologizing the entire time? That's the question I put out there. Will he give up? And when the fighting actually starts, is he going to say it was all our fault?
He's going to say, yes, it was all our fault. We should have thought this shit through, especially after the gene bomb is about to go off, and they're going to prevent it last second with whatever. Because I swear to God, there's going to be a gene bomb.
I want to start a counter now, and I'll ask it how many times in this episode, and I'm going to ask this now for every episode going forward. How many times have we had a moment where the doctor should have shown up? I think at least there should have been 4 times now the doctor should have shown up. One, as soon as the first contact happened, the TARDIS brings the doctor where he needs to be.
When the Coral Towers showed up, that first contact.
I would say
or that. When diplomacy breaks down, doctor should have been there.
I would say when diplomacy first starts, not first contact, I'll give him a little break on that one. But when the discussion is supposed to begin and everything, definitely right there.
Yeah,
definitely.
So it's at least 3 to 4 times the doctor should have appeared in these first 4 episodes. So we're at least, we'll say a 4 count right now. Let's say a 4 count. And I'm curious how by the time we get there that, we had a raid. Beardo raid.
Yes, over on my channel, Fear the Beardo has raided us. We've got several people coming in. Appreciate you all coming in. We were talking about the new Doctor Who spinoff, The War Between the Land and the Seas. We're nearing the end of the 2-part finale premiere that just came out. Discussing what happened. I really wish it was the finale.
I tried my hardest to get out of this, to be honest with you guys. I thought my schedule would work in my favor, and then Adam sends me the episodes. It's like, fuck.
Okay.
Do you know why it worked out, Dermy?
Why?
It only worked out because of my layoff. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the time to do it this late. So
yeah, we would have had
to thank my former employers.
You know what? I'm more mad that you got laid off now than before.
Because this happened to you?
Yes.
Anyway, so thanks for Beardo for rating us. Although we are at the end of the show here, unfortunately, because we've talked about all we could talk about with these 2 episodes, I'm surprised we got an hour out of it. I really am.
Well, I think we do need to talk about the ratings a little bit and what people are saying is coming down the line. So we've got the overnight figures for the 2-part premiere of The War Between the Land and the Sea. And they did actually split the numbers apart. I was a little worried that the numbers were going to be together. But these 2 episodes got more viewership than all but 2 episodes of Shutigatwa's entire run. We have
wait, back that up. What?
You do with this. Go ahead.
So The War Between the Land and the Sea premiered to 2.8 million overnight views for the first episode and 2.1 for the second episode. That's not good. That is far, far from good. For a spinoff, I guess it's okay. But the more important thing is that it got more than all but 2 Shutigatwa episodes. I have them all pulled up here. The Church on Ruby Road got 4.73, so that was higher.
That was the Christmas special.
Yep, that was the Christmas special. Shooty Got was first episode. That one makes total sense. And then 2.62222 Joy to the World was the other one. The next Christmas special.
Joy ate
And
the
then-
world.
Yeah, Joy ate the sun. 2111111. So yes, the 2 Christmas specials are the only episodes that had higher viewership in the main Doctor Who show than the spin-off War Between the Land and the Sea. This is
So
kind of
War
embarrassing.
The War Between the Land and the Sea had 2 point what again?
2.8 and 2.1.
He's having trouble here.
No, my.
You're having a stroke. It's
Are you
okay.
fucking serious?
Yeah.
They would rather watch fish fuckers instead of actual. Actually, you know what? That makes more sense.
It's
Shooty
there's-
era Doctor Who is just so fucking awful because you get little kid giggles and stats.
So-
Just slitting wrist.
Or is there
anger,
anything else even on
and
right
then
now?
you
That's the
have
question. Is there anything else
fish
on?
fucks.
Though that is an important consideration, is the time slot is a lot better. The War Between the Land and the Sea was coming out at like 5 a.m. or midnight our time, so like 5 a.m. their time. It was something ridiculous in the middle of the night for the UK, and
Because they wanted simulcasting over on
Disney Plus. And they don't need to worry about it for this one. Disney Plus is
Yeah.
not taking this show until next year at some point. We don't even know when that's going to happen. And this 2-part episode released at, it says it right here, 8:30 p.m. on Sunday. Now, that's not a prime time slot or anything like that, but it's way better in the middle of the night.
It's close to Peter Capaldi's time slot when his season started. It's very close.
And
to
he
that.
had a shittier time slot, right? Or
Yeah.
did he have a better time slot? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he got taken off the prime time slot. So
Yeah.
this is the lesser time slot Peter
Yeah.
Capaldi ended up with.
Yeah.
These viewership, they're not great. We need to make that very, very clear. 2.8 is still bad.
And,
Especially for a Doctor Who show. Torchwood was
2.8
getting better than that, I think.
and there's about well, actually no, I don't know what the current population of England is because it's had some changes. since
Yeah, the
last time.
censuses I don't think are up to date in the UK right now.
Yeah, but then
And
again, I
even
don't
if there
think-
are they counting everyone correctly?
and unless those people ain't watching Doctor Who anyway, they're not.
It's true.
The sad
but-
reality would be that this is Torchwood essentially beating out Doctor Who. The main
Which is
series.
absurd. That would have been
Yeah.
absurd to see. Unfortunately, what we're going to see out of this, the BBC has confirmed that they're very happy with these numbers. And why wouldn't you be?
Bullshit.
Of course, these aren't
Bullshit.
good numbers, but they're better than the main show. If the spinoff is getting better viewership than your main show, it at least looks good for the spinoff. So
Yeah,
I can
but-
see them being happy with it. And the worry is among people that the main show will be taking notes from the War Between the
Well,
Land
here's
and
the
Sea.
problem though. These 8 episodes were made with the Disney money.
And they're
There's-
more expensive than the main show because
Yeah.
they filmed in Spain for a little bit. There's some overseas stuff that they film apparently. I think they're coming to the US for one episode. Like there's serious travel involved, whereas most of Shooty Who is in Cardiff or location scouting in London. Like nothing
So,
crazy.
but even though it's more expensive, that there's no money for anything else at the BBC
Yeah,
anymore.
going forward.
They have no money. So whatever lessons they learn, I mean, I don't know where they're going to get I mean, okay, I guess they could scrounge up money for whatever RTD's
They
going to
can
scrape
keep
out
trying to
scrape out of his
tax.
ass for the Christmas special, but I mean,
They might go big in Sony for money because Bad Wolf
Ugh.
Productions, Russell T Davies production studio, is owned by Sony, so they could be hoping to get something from there, even though that's not connected to a distributor streaming service. But that would be the only person their group that I could see listening to them.
I pray to God Sony has some sort of sensibility in it and goes like, you know what? We see what these numbers are. We get better numbers with anime and shit like that. Fuck off.
you're not wrong. And listen,
Doctor-
listen. Sony made so much freaking money with Demon Slayer this year.
They're happy.
They I mean,
Demon
they might,
Slayer
they might
and
even pay
Chainsaw
attention.
Man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Chainsaw Man
Well-
did well too, respectively. Yeah. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, Doctor Who actually doesn't currently have a streaming home. It just got taken off HBO Max for the first time in several years, and it hasn't moved to anywhere else. With the mergers going on, whether or not it's going to be Netflix or Paramount taking over Warner Brothers, either way, they're both putting so much money on the line that they don't want to be buying new IPs, even ones as dirt cheap as
Dirt
Doctor
cheap.
Who streaming.
Doctor Who
But
is
still-
expensive.
Paramount Plus and Netflix are not interested, and Amazon used to have it, and they said no, so I doubt they'll be interested in it. Doctor Who may not have a streaming home outside of the UK for years at this point because of the merger. I think the merger will affect it, but also just the current state of Doctor Who is abysmal. Yeah. I'm worried, and a lot of people on Twitter are talking about this, mainly the stands, but there's a belief that the BBC may take notes from the show and apply it to the main Doctor Who series.
What notes are they going to end up taking? Like, what is there?
More
serialized content rather than episodic, or episodic rather than serialized.
Oh, no.
And a more grounded theme. More stuff
grounded?
on Earth.
Okay, all right.
Well, I mean, like, he's not going around space. He's dealing with...
Wait, they did that. They did with Jodie. Jodie, she was on Earth the whole... Oh, and shoot, it was... They did that and they failed. And when you say...
And more mature storylines.
But if you serialize it, listen, there's always an overarching... Ever since we came back with New Who, there's always been an overarching story. But Doctor Who works because they are enclosed stories, sometimes two-parters, that the problem is solved there. That's what makes it so interesting. And
there's nothing really to latch on to here. People I don't know what else is streaming right now, and I say that just real honestly. I don't know what else is on BBC right now for anybody to watch, because could that literally be the only reason for them to be watching this? Is there's nothing else to watch and they don't have Netflix or whatever the fuck.
I've seen some things because I go over news every day and I see stuff there. They've got some things, but nothing that's really breaking the world or grabbing the attention of anything. They don't have anything that's grabbing anybody's attention.
You know what? Here's the other thing. So we're sitting at a 2.8 and a 2.1 for the first and second episode. They came out at the same time, decent time slot, whatever. Is that going to hold? I don't think so. I don't think these are going to hold at all. By the time we get to next week, I'm willing to bet they're going to start dropping down again.
Oh no, this was morbid curiosity. This was morbid curiosity is what it was. Because all right, here's the thing. Jed, you might have seen this more than I have. What's the social media footprint about this show? Have you seen any chatter?
Even the main stands like Mr. TARDIS, he hasn't even seen it yet. He's not going to watch it till later on this week. There's just hardly anyone talking about it. When the main show comes out, my entire feed gets absorbed. Like everything is Doctor Who stands. I can't get away from it. Every single thing Twitter suggests to me.
It's like me and the Disney stands and the DC stands right now. Yeah,
I've been suggested like 1 or 2 tweets while scrolling, and that's it. Like I don't think anyone's talking about it. And of course, that it is partially due to the international community. A lot of them aren't watching this show just because it's not on Disney Plus. We're anomalies because I use a VPN to use iPlayer and whatnot, and how everyone else gets it. We have to go to a lot more work to get our hands on the show. So the international community is just not talking about it. So that definitely helps. But
so I would agree with you on that, but take a look at anime, for example. And I know this is a little different because you have to go through a VPN to watch this, where in anime you don't. There's other Yoho sites that you can easily go get access to without utilizing a VPN, but everybody's always talking when a newer anime comes out, even if it's just subbed right now. They're talking about it. They're discussing it. They're so hyped for it. If you're not seeing this right now for this show, that tells you that it's already dead in the water. You might be getting good viewership right now. Good viewership by these modern day terms, not actual good viewership, mind you. This might be numbers that they're so happy about, which is, God damn it, what the hell is wrong with you? These numbers aren't going to last. They're going to easily drift away. People are going to find something else to talk about because other products are so much easier to get their hands on, even if you have to use some sort of yo-ho-ho site.
Predictions. What's the drop-off next week? So, Jed, what's our official number for this one again? What's say 2.1? Or
2.1 for the second episode. So we're already nearing the 1 million mark coming up. So I think we're going to...
All right, so wait. So they already dropped 700 from 1
700,000 people, from
so people didn't, and these were back to back. So 700,000 people didn't stick around to watch episode 2. All right, so Jed, what are you thinking?
I mean, as always, I think you need to wait for the consolidated numbers to have firm predictions. Those will come out probably the middle of next week. They might even come out in time for this show, actually. So we'll see what those numbers are like.
Isn't this only streaming? So would they have consolidated viewership?
Yes, they still include consolidated viewership. This is all the UK stuff. This is what we normally look at for Doctor Who. across all the years. Jody and Shooty, we've all been using these same numbers. They're from Barb, is what they call it for BBC numbers. But I think the next episodes will be around the 1.7 mark. About 300, 400,000 drop from the second episode. By the end of the season, I am absolutely certain we will dip below 100 or 1 million. I think the lowest we see is 750,000. That's about where I think is the lowest viewed episode of this season. There's going to be a massive drop off because, like you said, this is morbid curiosity. That's the only reason it spiked a little bit, just like with Shooty Gatwa's first episode. Morbid curiosity. But once they found out what the show was, dipped off.
Well, maybe you could have said maybe it's morbid by curiosity.
Oh God, why are you the way that you are?
Because I'm your bestest friend. That's why.
Oh, that's true.
All right, Dermy, what's your prediction?
I think by next week, Jed's on the ball. We're going to be taking a look at probably about a 1.7 on the high end, maybe a 1.6 on the low end. My prediction, though, because we have 3 more weeks of this, I don't think we're going to drop down below 1. And my only reasoning is I think there's going to be some people that just want to stick it out to see like how awful it gets by the end of it. So I'm going to say probably by the end, we're still looking at about a 1, probably a 1.2 by the end of it all. If we drop below 1, I wouldn't be shocked. I don't see it quite yet.
We did get it wrong with Shooty Who. We thought that was going to drop under 1 million, but it rallied a little bit towards the end there.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Listen, I'll be the extreme one here, man. Just because for the fun of it. I think next week it's going to drop. I think that 700,000 don't come back that left it. So I'm going to say 1.4 next week.
Ooh.
And then it's going to hover around that for the remainder. And then final week we'll get under 1 million. I think it'll be a smidge. I think it'll drop just a smidge because some people will hover there around 1.4, 1.5 for 2 weeks, and then the final week they'll be so disinterested they won't come back.
I think the hardest problem is if Mr. TARDIS or Dr. Retardis or whatever the fuck you want to call him, if the stands start coming in and really trying to rally the show, I think you might see something, but it's not going to get over like 3. It's not going to get very much viewership because again, it's not on Disney Plus.
So I
mean, you're not going to see a whole lot of people coming over here to go like, yeah, let's watch 3,
4. So it's Christmas weekend. It's the weekend right after Christmas where the finale happens. I don't know if anybody's going to care at that point.
It's not a good holiday show.
No. Mm-hmm. Oh no, because there's no emotion in this. It's bitching and moaning and crabbing and crying and vomiting and gay and trooning. It's what we got here.
Yeah. So if you're going to release something around Christmas time, it needs to be one of 2 things: Christmas themed or a family show, something that you can enjoy as a family and being excited about. Like Doctor Who used to be.
Yeah. And Doctor Who Christmas specials, they get views because for a lot of people, it was a tradition. It's Doctor Who Christmas special. We're going to watch it. We're going to have fun with it. Of course, with Jodie, it was the holiday special.
Oh, the festive special.
Festive? Oh, festive. Oh, I'm sorry.
And it was at New Year's.
I mean, we all know between the 3 of us, we are definitely going to be going and watching Shooty Who's past 2 Christmas specials. We all are super excited for those, right? The worst part is Adam has to be nice to me, and he's really struggling not to say what he's wanting to say right now. I can see it in his head.
Is it bad that the main thing I remember about Church on Ruby Rose is him getting snowmanned? That's like it. That's all I remember.
Him genociding the goblins.
That's what I was going to go down.
That's right.
Yeah, he just murdered all them goblins. That's where we got goblin babies. That's why we have the goblin baby.
Oh shit! I completely forgot the fucking song. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
They thought that would actually do well on iTunes. Like it did a little bit in the UK, but they thought it was going to be a consistent year in, year out hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then next year we get whatever the hell they're going to do with the Rose. It isn't Rose. It isn't the Doctor, but maybe it's Bad Wolf and the TARDIS. We don't know.
Billie Piper is teasing that she's working on 2 top secret projects this year. So people are thinking that one of them is going to be that Christmas special. I don't know if that's true.
No,
I
it's
don't
going to be
know
the
if
return of Confessions of Call Girl. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a season 2.
Didn't they
the
have
Diary
already?
of a Call Girl.
Yeah.
I don't
Isn't there like
remember
3
that.
seasons of
I,
that?
I thought
Well,
there were more than one
it's going to
season.
be another season. It's going to be a Diary of a Call Girl,
Uh,
just in modern era. A Diary of a OnlyFans thought.
I've only ever seen clips from that show.
I never watched it.
I've
I was
only
already
seen
I was already
footage.
over Billy Piper by then. So anyway, that's it. We're not going to string this out any longer. It's already 1 a.m.
I'm
So
shocked we got this far.
we derailed it a couple of times anyway, and we wanted to make sure that the Beardo raid got some entertainment showing up right at
That's
the end.
right.
Absolutely.
So
Plus, I can't do my normal stream, so I'm really trying to get you guys the last of this.
I'm gonna go play video games after this. Is what I'm gonna go do. Anyway, so Jed, pimp your wares.
Perfect. Well, everyone can find me at endlessfrontierbooks.com, where a short story in my new book universe is available for sale right now for $1.99. That is the Brighton Pacification. Otherwise, you can all find me on YouTube at the Endless Frontiers. I'm going to be streaming a lot this week because I'm unemployed and I have the time to do so. I am going to be doing gaming stream, finishing out the Outer Worlds sometime tomorrow evening, probably around 5 o'clock. I have a new video about why Pluto is and always has been a planet that I'm going to be working on tomorrow. I'm clipping out the podcast from earlier today. Beyond that, for the rest of the week, Rider Flight will be at 2 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday and Friday. Gaming stream, whatever I decide to do, will be pretty much every day as well. Saturday Night Drive-In this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be on both my channel and Adam's channel, so he'll talk a little bit more about that. Yeah. And at some point, the Pluto video hopefully will come out around the end of the week. So tune into Hollywood or to Endless Frontiers for all of that.
Oops,
I slipped it up there.
Yeah,
I did that on a gaming stream last week. The second Outer Worlds stream, I started with "Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar." I'm like, oh, well, not actually.
I've been doing all the time. I keep calling Stream of Conscious Memo Mondays. Since I keep doing that, so I get that. I get that.
I was the Hollywood Scholar for 4 years, so that's a lot of muscle memory to get over.
It's okay. You're still my ginger. Anyway, but my bestest friend here, what VTuber drama have you got coming up?
Well, right now, actually, we're kind of on the dying end of the current VTuber drama. You know, the Mr. Peanut or Burnt Peanut.
You almost
bullshit.
said penis.
I know that's what I thought too.
Anyways, we're pretty much done with that already. I could continue talking about it tomorrow, but I don't really feel like doing it right now. Though, today technically we will be getting the DLC for Digimon, so I'll probably play more of that later today, unless there's any sort of actual.
Did you beat the game yet?
To talk about. No, I am almost done with the main story.
Okay.
Turns out there's a lot more content after the fact. So,
epilogue shit.
Not epilogue. Well, epilogue, but you have to do the epilogue throughout the new story, new game plus. So it's a little bit more complicated than that to actually like 100% the game. So we are going to be on that road to getting that all the achievements there, which that's going to be a thing. There is also on Wednesday, I want to say it is, or no, not Wednesday. It would be Thursday. There is the DLC for Pokemon coming out. So I will be streaming that. Probably Sunday, actually, because Sunday is when I get my Switch 2, bitches. So I will be breaking that.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
You're going to be playing Pokepia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing Pokepia.
Where you're the Ditto that's pretending to be a human and enslaving other Pokemon.
Yeah, and post-apocalyptic Kanto. That has been confirmed. It is in post-apocalyptic Kanto. Where I'm a Ditto enslaving other Pokemon and becoming other Pokemon. So yes, I will play that. But my Nintendo Switch 2 is set to be here this Sunday, so I will get all that stuff in. I will also, pay the $10 to get the upgrades.
Aren't you doing a horror game this Saturday?
That's right. This Saturday, I also have to play Stillwater the Deep. I don't remember what it's fucking named.
Still wakes the water deep. I don't know.
Something like that. I'll figure out everything about that. But yes, as of right now, I only have to play it for 3 hours.
Oh, that's going to change.
Yeah, that's going to
You got to let me know if it's scary, like actually scary, because I've never played a game or watched a movie that legitimately scared me. And I've always wanted to.
You're talking to the wrong guy.
He's usually scared of me. They made me play Outlast 2 earlier this year, and I wasn't scared. They didn't get one jump scare out of me at all for the 4 hours they made me play that game.
I used to have a friend.
It is Still Wakes the Deep is the name of the game.
Still wakes the day.
Where you're
listen.
on an oil rig. It looks like it maybe some eldritch shit goes down. I don't
listen.
Oh, that's cool.
I might stream snipe you for that, like we did with Outlast. I might.
Hey, every $20 and up, I'll start pimping it out more. Every $20 and up on my channel gets me there.
Well, I might not be able to do Daily Dive this Friday because I got to go do stuff. And it's going to take all day. So then by the time I get back, it's too close to FNT. So why would I even bother at that point?
We also have something else this Sunday, Adam.
I know. I'm getting there. I was gonna throw it to you during mine, but I might as well. Jeremy, what's going on this Sunday?
This Sunday, we also have the return of Anime Odyssey, where we will be watching, not watching, but we will be discussing a fantastic anime that even I think Jed would actually like, Code Geass, where they do hero season one, but they do a very complex hero villainish character in which he's not
honestly
strong,
I don't think Lelouch's a villain.
I don't either.
He's
I've never thought of him a villain, but they say he's a villain, so take it as it is. But he's a very complex character with no actual like physical strength, but is all intellect.
Yeah, and his Geass. And his
Geass, but he's very smart.
As he just said, I just started rewatching the other day. As he says early on, the Geass has accelerated his plans due to its strength and power. But anyway, yeah. So
a good king always leads his troops.
So Jeremy and I will be streaming Anime Odyssey probably around 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, because I need some small break between Roundtable and that, and then I got to go right into Wormhole Watch after that. So we're doing that, and you can join it on this channel or on my channel or Dermy's channel for that. And we'll talk about this. We have got a lot of One Piece roundup. I have to read all the One Piece before then. And did you see the cool news today? One Piece. I'll tell you after this. I don't want to spoil it now. We can talk about it later. But something cool happened. You'll appreciate it. Jed,
you're talking about?
Yeah.
You talking about in the manga or?
No, real world.
Oh, I haven't heard of what happened.
Oh, all right. I'll tell you. Jed might even appreciate this one too. Anyway, so as for me, every Monday through Friday on my channel, The Renaissance Nerd, you can stop by at 1 p.m. Eastern for the Daily Dive, the Double D's review, the chat, the audience, the gatekeepers. You're in charge. You make that show run. I get a little bit of leeway, but other than that, you guys get to make it happen. We have a lot of fun. There we go for a little bit of time. And we just try to entertain, cover the news, stuff like that. Of course, this week, no current gaming stream scheduled for me because I'm kind of out of things to stream until after Christmas when I could tap into the games I gave myself for Christmas to stream. Other than that, as Jed said, first of all, we do have Ballbusters this Friday. It's Dermy Karaoke.
That's right.
Christmas edition.
That is
what are the rules on that for other people?
No, it was a one-time thing. I made everybody do it the other time, so we don't have to do anything. That when it's just him, we just sit there and laugh.
And that is also why I have not invited any other guest.
Yeah, it's not fair to the guest.
It's not fair to the guest, and they have to sit there and listen to me sing.
Yeah, so that's then he goes full screen. And listen, I was considering maybe making myself do it, but my throat hasn't recovered from the sickness. My laryngitis is still sort of here, as you guys can hear. So I don't know if I could even get close to carrying a tune, which I couldn't last time. But yeah, so we got Dermy Karaoke this Friday, where you, the chat, basically make him sing Christmas songs of any kind this Friday. Usually
you can make it as creepy as possible. I could sing Santa Baby to all of them.
Yeah, it could get weird. Hey, you know what I'm hoping? Somebody puts in The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al. I love that one. That's funny. That one's great. I love that one. Anyway, so it's Dermy Karaoke this Friday, Ballbusters, 11 p.m. Eastern on Dermy's channel. As for me and Jed, we've got Saturday Night Drive this week. The only really window we have for our Christmas episode because of the scheduling we had going on for the holidays. It was my choice this week. We're doing Scrooged, Bill Murray. An interesting adaptation of A Christmas Carol. Well, fun. Jed's never seen it, so it's going to be one of those episodes. And then after that, if you guys haven't done so yet, come on over to my channel, go to the post tab, and submit your suggestion for fourth quarter chat choice movie for drive-in, where you guys choose it, we collect it, then we let you guys vote on it, and Jed and I have to watch it no matter what it is, whether we like it or not. So
Debbie does Dallas.
Yeah, there you go. No, there are rules. Porn is not allowed, and it's Christmas, so it has to be a Christmas movie. So with that,
Christmas porn.
Christmas
exactly.
not getting into it anyway. So go ahead and vote for that. You guys have until the end of roundtable this Sunday to get that done, and then we'll have a quick vote early the week so Jed and I have enough time to make sure we get our hands on it and have time to watch it. Other than that, got roundtable 3 p.m. Eastern on my channel every Sunday, and we hope to see you guys there. Links are in the description below. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We hope you had a good time, a fun time. You can show that by hitting those like buttons, subscribing to the channels, and we'll catch you next week at 11:30 p.m. Eastern for another round of Doctor Who Cares reviews, where we might be losing our minds by then. Listen, they're going to troon her again. They're going to troon her again. Just question how many times. And will he be interested in the female version or the guy version? That's what we're going to find out. Anyway, thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, take it easy.